Hello, hello, and welcome back to another exciting Squad v Squad series in the Melton Gaming League. This is going to be our Week 5 Storm Week. I am one of your hosts, Dark Reaper 1337. Along joined with me today is the lovely host, MG Savvybeard.
Hey.
Glad to have you always with us each week, Savvybeard. It's always a pleasure. This week for Storm Week, it's going to be Gravity versus Mythical Magnums. Gravity right now is 1-3, looking to get a second win on the board, and Mythical Magnums are 2-2. They started out the season 0-2, and they have a miraculous, really good, strong comeback in here, going up 2 games from the last couple weeks. So definitely a lot going on with this week. They started out this week for our series. This is going to be any player, so it's open to all our different tiers. And Savvy, would you like to discuss the different tiers we have?
Sure. Yeah. So in our Spartan company, we have our own ranking system, and that's going to be Ghost, Fire, and Anchor. Anchor is going to be our top tier players, our higher caliber players that have shown themselves to be pretty consistently effective at the game, and then we have our fire players, who are kind of our mid-tier players that have the potential to play at the level of anchors but are a little bit less consistent, and then we have our ghosts as well that are kind of the lower level players, but they have shown to have some good games themselves as well, but that's kind of how we separate our ranks, and then we to try to make it fair and even for our squad v squad seasons and playoffs and tournaments and whatnot.
Very true. And the first game we're going to start off with is going to be a Plaza Slayer. Both teams are shown in the past to be very strong slaying potentials in this. It is our Storm Week, which will have weather effects, so it could be ice, it could be storm, typhoon, whatever. So there is going to be some visual impurities going on in this match, and it's definitely going to affect these players.
Yeah, it was interesting how we saw teams make adjustments to that, the effects in our earlier series that we had. So I'm interested to see how these teams are going to make effects. You know, honestly, I think it's cool that it's raining in Plaza, but I don't know how that's quite possible. But we'll maybe a leak, just a lot of leaks in the ceiling or something. We'll call it that.
It's really cool to see. I will say that.
A big burn from OS on the OS from from Mythical Magnums at the beginning of the game, so a good burn from them, and they're going to start with sniper control as well. So let's see how they're going to play with this sniper.
Sniper is in the hands of Church. I'm just going over to him right now, see if he can get away and get anything going with this. He will choke one. We do have Damtree trying to charge him, but he's going to be unfortunately taken out. It's going to be a very back and forth game between these teams. 2 dead from both sides, and a big sniper kill by Church to start this off.
Yeah, and it's kind of unusual to have the sniper on your team and be playing from this blue base. So I'm interested to see exactly how they're going to do that, and how they're going to try to make this sniper effective from in here. It's definitely possible, but it's a little harder. You don't have as many angles as when you've got the nest control and you're playing on the inner part of the map.
Definitely, I agree with you. It's weird to see kind of sniper hanging in blue. They kind of want to rotate to nest, kind of have that open field. Like as you see right now, Church is kind of getting pushed into. He will juke out Damtree and get behind him. So he is doing a great job at staying alive and trying to make good use of this sniper.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him start rotating towards his team right now. He's kind of on the opposite side of the map from his team, but a nice little body shot there almost finishes that player. It doesn't quite get him. Bamadu's going to be rewarded with the sniper. But in that situation, like I was saying, I would have liked to see him start to try to push towards his other team, or his other teammates. But that didn't quite happen there, and right now Gravity's looking really solid, taking advantage of these weird setups that Mythical Magnums are going for right now.
Definitely like this setup over at Nest. They're kind of rotating. Overshield is going to be up. It looks like Gravity is going to be going for it, and they will get that clean away. Bamadu, unfortunately, will be taken out, though. with it. So unfortunately, they will not be able to make any good use of that overshield time.
Yeah, and that's a really big burn for Mythical Magnums there. That could have been something that could have got Gravity quite a few kills and a big lead. And Mythical Magnums is going to shut that down and make sure that they don't start getting a big lead off of that.
Huge snipe kill by Church still going in there. And it seems like that momentum really did switch over in Mythical Magnum's favor. Getting the sniper, they're over at Nest, they're having the control that they want. Definitely now the map positioning is in favor of Mythical Magnums.
Yep, but Church is about to get double teamed here and he's going to be taken out. Luckily there's no snipe ammo left, but they did just pick up the new sniper. I almost missed that, but yeah, they've got the setup right now in Nest. Gravity's got the setup right now in Nest with that sniper, and this could be an opportunity for them to start racking up a lot of kills unless Mythical Magnums does something about it. And that's gonna be a huge stick from Domtree to get that trade there. That would have been enormous for Mythical Magnums if Church would have been able to continue pushing that sniper. But they're gonna shut that down and minimize that damage from Church.
Definitely now we see it kind of reversed on the positioning. We had Mythical Magnums take over Nest. Now it seems Gravity did maintain control or take back control over on the Nest thing. We do have Bama trying to, and he will take down Church. That was a huge reversal.
Yeah, that was a big kill from Bama Dude there. It looks like Church maybe had to reload or maybe choked a couple shots. But yeah, big kill from Bama Dude there to stop that momentum from Mythical Magnums. I like these pushes coming from Church. They're happening at the right time. But it just seems like one thing or another just kind of ends up shutting the push down. And kind of a good job from Gravity there, shutting those pushes down. But it looks like they're going to secure this OS, and he should get away with it this time. So this is a big opportunity for Gravity to start pushing forward and getting these slays and getting them on a spawn rotation and taking advantage of this OS. And it looks like Bama Dude's going to do just that.
I do see Bama kind of holding down Hotel, though. Not really the position you want to be with that OS to really do damage. Dab is just kind of pushing him back, just kind of being annoying at dip. He will be taken out, but you know, he did distract the overshield so his other team can get around and get better positioning.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, honestly, I don't know if that was all Bama Dude's fault there. I think he was just kind of holding there. He didn't want to push forward. I think he did a good job at not pushing forward because he recognized that the rest of his team wasn't there. So it was kind of a failure on the rest of his team being there with him to make that push with OS. And I would have liked to see that out of Gravity. I think that could have put him ahead in this match. Instead, they're at a 1-kill deficit, which isn't a huge deal. They're going to tie it up here. But taking advantage of the power-ups is something that neither team has really done super well so far, and I'd like to see a change from that aspect throughout the rest of this game and the rest of the series.
I think at this point, this is one of the biggest lead changes we really had from Mythical Magnums, up 3 points. It's been pretty neck and neck, back and forth in the kills. I would like to see Mythical Magnums kind of break away, get a couple kills, stay alive, and maintain this lead and not let Gravity kind of come back in this. On board with Dom, who is going to get that flank and backsmack on Church, trying to keep his team and Team Gravity back in this game.
Yeah, and with this positioning that Mythical Magnums has, it's a good opportunity for them to start getting some slays. But Gravity, on the other hand, is doing a very good job of breaking this nest setup here. Or starting to break this nest setup here. We do still see Sniper, or we see Sniper go in the hands of Bama Dude, so this is another good opportunity for Bama Dude to get into that, maybe get into glass, tell his teammate to push forward here, and get into glass and get those really good snipes like he just got. And then make sure they secure the OS.
It is going to be Mythical Magnums now on this pickup from OS. But even though they got OS, it wasn't as aggressive as I would like from Church. And his OS is almost burned without really doing anything. And we do have a lead change now in favor of Gravity. And then we're tied up again. So it's really, these last couple kills, you really want to break away and give your team the best chance they can at winning.
Ooh, but a good flank from Six Shenanigans there, coming up the lift and completely cleaning them out. And they're going to take a 3-kill lead, and then now they're going to have this map positioning with the nest set up over here. So really good push from Gravity there to get those kills and slay them out and take that nest control.
huge flank by Domtree. Definitely want to see what he's able to do. Push, he's going back to Ness. I don't know if he knows if one person's down there, but they are trying to push out of blue. I would like to see this game slow down just a little bit, not be so aggressive, not to be so fast-paced. But it seems each team are being very aggressive and going kill for kill.
Ooh, but that's 3 dead momentarily, so they should be able to get to these spawns. And it looks like Church is pushing forward into these spawns, but he's gone a little too far forward. And he's going to give his positioning away, and he's going to have a 1v2 gun battle there and get cleaned up really easily. So I think in that situation, it kind of seems like Church maybe didn't make the call out to start pushing towards those spots. He had the right idea there, but kind of went by himself and didn't really get much accomplished. But he is going to get a nice little flank here and get a little double kill and a perfect kill there from Church. So good plays at the end of this game to put him ahead. And now they're going to just push this last guy here, and this puts them in a really good position with Sniper and 2 kills ahead in the last part of this game. So all they need to do is play patient. Don't go crazy, and just get a couple kills. They can literally go 1 for 1 and win this game. So
all it takes is one more kill. They have to play really slow. They have to make a coordinated push right here. I'm on board with Church to see if he can pull off that last headshot.
Sniper rifle in 10 seconds.
And they do.
What a game! Like, what a close game. Both teams playing really well in that game, and they started utilizing their positioning at the end of the game. Kind of unorthodox positioning coming out of both teams. It kind of looked like Gravity was favoring that nest setup a little bit more, but Church with an amazing 21-9 game, carrying his team a little bit. But yeah, good games from both teams.
Definitely, I like the even spread out of Gravity. Walrus, getting back. I don't know how well practiced he is going to be. Definitely putting up assists though, so there's no fault. That was a really close game. It came down to a couple kills, so it could have been either side. I do want to take a moment out here to re-announce our winners of the God of Gaming giveaway we had. This was a $185 giveaway. Our God of Gaming, this is anyone for the past 3 months that been a tier 2, so $10 or more per month donor. Thank you very much for your donations. The winner is Join Moonman, so congratulations to Join Moonman on winning our God of Gaming giveaway.
Yep, congratulations, man.
We appreciate all our donations, and it definitely helps support us and our plan for world domination.
Yeah, so it looks like the next map here is going to be Fathom CTF. So I'm really curious to see what these weather effects are going to be like on Fathom. Should be super interesting. But this is honestly one of my favorite maps in the game, and I love watching how teams play this map. We saw last week on this map some really long standoffs in CTF. So we were hitting on this a little bit in the previous series. I think we'd both like to see these teams start being a little more aggressive when it comes to a stalemate and pushing over to the other side and getting into the enemy team space, clearing them out, watching the spawns, that kind of stuff. And we haven't really seen a lot of that yet, so that's something I'm going to be looking for along with the camel grab at the beginning of the game.
Definitely agree. I don't see initially too much weather effects going on in this one, but anything could happen. We'll keep our eyes out. I do want to point out that in our variant of CTF, it's going to be 5 captures to win, and it is going to be time return. It was originally 15 seconds, but we moved it down to 12 seconds, so that's going to play a factor in this game.
Yep, and a pretty good start from Gravity here. I think they were able to grab camo and get away with it, so or maybe camo was burned. I'm actually not 100% sure.
I think it was burned.
It was probably burned. So yeah, good burn for both teams. Good start from Gravity, and it looks like they're going to get this flagpole here to start the game off.
That was a huge stop by Church just to stop that momentum on the pole. But let's see if anyone in Gravity has enough speed to get there to kind of secure it away. I am going to stay on board with Church, who did pick up that railgun.
Yeah, let's see what Church is going to do with this. You know, honestly, in that situation, I would have liked to see Church just pull out his pistol and finish that kill. And, you know, it might have actually stopped the cap there, so... But Gravity's going to start this game off 1-0, so let's see. I'm going to be interested to see what Mythical Magnums is going to do to get back into this game. But definitely a lot of aggressive pushing from Gravity at the beginning of this game, which is really good to see. Everybody's getting good kills and playing really well and just moving very aggressively, but with a purpose as well.
I am on Epic Dab right now, who is trying to maintain that top control, help his team get to the other side, put pressure from the top so they do have it, but a nade will take him out, and a huge stop by Domtree to get map control.
Yeah, and Domtree is now just going to be able to easily help his team clean up that push from top middle, but it looks like Dab's going to go for this railgun here. He's going to miss that first shot, but let's see what he does with the railgun.
That's a nice perfect kill by Domtree, and he will secure this camo. I like to see him be very sneaky with it and either stop this flag cap run or push to the other side.
Another good perfect kill from Domtree there with camo. So really good plays coming out of Domtree. It looks like Domtree is kind of just taking over this game right now. So I'd like to see Mythical Magnums. I'm hoping Mythical Magnums is calling that out and making sure that they're putting a stop to this pressure coming out of Domtree.
I definitely like the moves Domtree is making. Fortunately, he will be taken out by Dab. But, you know, he played it really slow, really patient. He made sure his flag was safe, stopped the momentum from the pool, and he did try to push the other side. Unfortunately, he was just taken out a little bit too early.
Yep. But still, I like what Gravity's doing. They know that they have this lead right now, and they're maintaining their aggression, and they're getting these pulls. You're going to see Domtree here getting a pull out of the window. So I'm gonna move over to somebody on Mythical Magnums to see how they're gonna respond to this flag pull here.
Let's go with Goddess.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we should go with Goddess. We haven't seen much of her tonight.
Definitely like how she's locking down top mid. Both teams seem to have a very good understanding. Huge double kill from Church off screen here. But definitely Goddess holding down top mid for her team. This will allow her to kind of have the angles and positioning to stop any pull from the other side.
And she's doing a really good job from up here right now too, just putting shots into the other team and making the other team think about pushing in and making the other team hesitate pushing. But Domtree's just going to shut that down and reward himself with the camo as well. So maybe a little miscommunication there, or maybe not knowing the camo time there, is what ended up causing Goddess to get killed there.
That was a huge pickup by Domtree to keep us alive, and he does have the camo.
Yeah, and it looks like this is probably going to be another cap, because I don't see anyone in place to stop this cap.
I like how Dom just kind of stopped. He didn't rush that cap. He didn't avoid any potential nades from the other team. Took it slow, hoped stop Church from getting that pull, which would have delayed that capture. And now that is up 2-0 for Gravity. But we are going to see a counter push and a waterfall going down on the other side. On both sides.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's affecting Domtree at all. Working this top middle position, putting a lot of damage in right now. So I really like what I'm seeing out of Domtree. He's just clearly knows this map really well and is just doing such a good job for his team, putting in this damage and securing these caps for his team. And that is going to be a third cap for Gravity, so a 3-0 situation for Gravity. And now we saw Incantus earlier kind of just hang in there and stay back in their base and play defense. but it looks like Gravity's gonna go the more aggressive route, and they're gonna keep pushing and stay aggressive and try to end this game as fast as possible.
Definitely, we already have Dom in their base, just causing a distraction, making everyone from Mythical Magnum stop their aggressive push and go back. Just the presence of having someone in their flag alone to potentially pull on them, they just couldn't risk that at that moment.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna jump over to Church. It looks like he's gonna try to take control of this top middle position to get this camo. If he can win, this will be a big kill. But you still see more players from Gravity just running and ambushing top middle, and they're gonna end up getting that. And so Mythical Magnums, I don't think, got away with the camo because of that.
Definitely going on board with Bamadude just to see what's going on over here. He is defending his flag, kind of playing more of a side role, not getting too aggressive at this moment. But he is going to secure the top mid with Canadian Walrus, which is always good. You see the two fighters kind of working together. A lot of team shots going on.
Yeah, you know, I'm not really sure what happened there. It looks like Bamadude didn't really know that there was a guy shooting at Canadian Walrus at top mid, so it kind of a little bit of a lack of awareness there, but it doesn't matter too much at this point in the game because they have the 3-0 lead and their aggression is not slowing down.
I do want to point out, as we said earlier, even though he was at top mid, that flag pull from, I believe, Nacho caused him to drop down, go back to his base, and give up that map positioning. So any little pull right here will cause both teams on edge.
Yeah, you know, and you're seeing some good attempts at flag pulls here coming out of Mythical Magnums, but it kind of seems like they haven't really been able to get like a 3 down or 4 down against Gravity yet. And if they do get 3 dead, it's not quite fast enough, and they don't get that pull quite fast enough to get out of the base and get across to their side of the map. So
I am liking this Gravity push to really stop the flag and get this counter cap going. We have all 4 on the other side of the map just shooting them off spawn, making sure they don't get that touch, and now they're already on their way to a counter cap, really putting the pressure back on Mythical Magnums.
Yeah, and they're going to also take out Nacho right off spawn, so good awareness from Bamadude there to know where Nacho's going to be spawning and take him out as soon as he spawned over there at their silo. So, yeah, a lot of slaying coming out of Gravity right now, and it's pretty much making it so they can just play this objective super aggressively and super fast, and Mythical Magnums just doesn't quite know what to do right now.
Very interested to see. Fortunately, Nacho's going to be taken out with that. But I like how even Walrus is in a position. You know, I don't know if there's some miscommunication going on with the Mythical Magnum squad. I'm just saying, should anyone stop to take a look at that flag? They're kind of pushing it to the other side, but really giving up that defense on their flag, and that's, I don't think, helping them in the long run.
No, not at all, but Church is going to get a good kill with the railgun here, and he's going to be running it in Porch. This is a possible opportunity for them to get a flag cap, but it looks like their flag is also away, so now this is what I was talking about before the game started, where I want to see Mythical Magnums push out of their base with 3 people and go for this, especially when they're down 4 right now. They need to be pushing out and getting into the enemy team's base and slaying them out. But you see right here, Gravity knows exactly what Mythical Magnums needs to do to return the flag and get this flag cap, and they're just going to turtle up in their base and just wait to get some kills.
It's definitely a good strategy. Gravity knows, you know, they have that 4 flag lead, so even if they lose this standoff, they're still going to be up by 3 flags. The longer that they can hold down this defense and push the Mythical Magnums away, the better their chances of really coming away with this.
Yeah, but Domtree is going to be sitting in front of their porch, just making a sneak play and going to get the backspec on Church before Church can take that top middle position. And honestly, right now, like, Mythical Magnums is just having a hard time with even one guy from Gravity pushing into their base, and they're having their whole team come back just to deal with one person, and they haven't really made a push. But if you notice off stream, I would probably go over to Church because off stream he just picked up camo, which makes this a really good opportunity. Ooh.
Oh,
He got the oh no, that is so unfortunate. That was a big opportunity for Mythical Magnums to push into their base and get this return and maybe get a cap on the board, but you know, a little
there has to be some frustration from Church for that one.
yeah, that is unfortunate, and that's nobody's fault. That's just very unfortunate, and that's gotta hurt when they're down 0-4 in this game.
You have the flag.
Going to be on board with Six Shenanigans, who is going to try to keep this flag from getting touched, but he's going to be taken out. Not really any pressure. Ooh, Bama stepping up, getting the flank on him, on Nacho. But Church is going to keep this alive. But time is not on Mythical Magnum's side. They need to end this stalemate as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's, you know, honestly at this point they just need to make an all or nothing push, and they just need to keep doing that. Because sitting back trying to turtle in their base is not going to be doing anything for.
I think they actually got one of the returns. So now they're just trying to keep everyone off their base. This could be the 5th and final flag cap for Gravity.
Like
and it is.
Yeah, so just a really, really well played game coming out of Gravity there. Just doing everything right, being aggressive the entire length of the game, knowing when, but at the same time, they also knew when they could slow it down and turtle in their base. And so just a huge game out of Domtree. Huge game out of the whole team, honestly. 31 kills out of 6 Shenanigans. The Fire's doing a decent job as well. Bamadoo with 20 assists. So, yeah, just a big game out of Gravity, and that's going to make a statement for the rest of the series. So
we are all tied up in this series, 1-1. Definitely, you know, for on the other side from Mythical Magnums, Church doing a great job with the slaying. I'd like to see kind of Epic Dab find his groove, get those slays up, and put the pressure on. We've seen in the past, Dab has stepped up and put up huge amount of numbers. I'd like to see that come out tonight as well.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, honestly, looking at Goddess's stats as well, you know, like, I'm actually really surprised that her stats are not reflecting her skill level tonight. It's kind of seems like she's having a little bit of an off night. So hopefully she can collect her thoughts before this next game starts, and she can step it up in this next game, because she's a great anchor for the Mythical Magnums team. And if she's having a weak night, that's just not gonna be good for Mythical Magnums. So hopefully she can get her groove going along with Dab, and I think if that happens, Mythical Magnums will be able to come out on top tonight. But the series is 1-1, so we'll have to see how this next Oasis Strongholds game goes.
Most definitely, and I do want to point out just the slaying power for Gravity right now coming out in this game for Fathom. Over 80 kills, I believe even over 90 between the whole team. Not seeing that slaying power on the other side for Mythical Magnums. So they definitely have to change things up and start being on the same page.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and it looks like it kind of just boils down to team shot. Like, you see a lot more assists coming out of Gravity. You know, 20 assists from Bamadoo, 14 from Canadian, 13, 11. You know, everybody's above double-digit assists, and you don't see that. Like, their highest player is only slightly above the lowest player on Gravity's team as far as assists go. So, would definitely like to see a little more team shooting. Taking those angles, making sure everybody's watching each other's back, because that game, you know, it didn't really seem like Mythical Magnums was playing super well as a team. But I know Fathom is a struggle for Mythical Magnums, so I think they can, hopefully they kind of just mentally write that one off and then go into this next game with some momentum and take this and put up a good fight in this next game to make this series a good series.
I definitely would like to see it. Oasis is a new map that was introduced for Storm Week. It's a much smaller map, and it's going to definitely put this teamwork to the test for both these teams. Definitely see, since this is a new map, we're going to see new opening strats. We're going to see how each team adapts as a team, how they're able to react to certain things. We're just waiting for Bama Dude to get ready, and then we'll be starting this next one up. And it seems like he's ready.
Yeah, hopefully both teams watched the Squad v Squad earlier and kind of saw what the good strategy was for this map, which is kind of holding the garden and what was it, the cave set up?
The trench?
Yeah, the trench, and just kind of holding those two strongholds and just setting up around those strongholds and blocking and forcing the team to spawn outside. So hopefully they watched that and both teams have a pretty good plan of what they're going to do, so this game ends up being a really solid game.
I agree. I also think that neither team really had too much practice, or really any practice too much on this map to really be super dominant. So I'd like to see, similar to the Plaza, just things going back and forth.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we'll probably end up seeing something like that. We'll probably see a lot of hill changes. I would like to see one team hold a setup for a while. What I want to see is kind of both teams swapping, holding that setup, where each team is holding it for, 30, 40 seconds, and then it gets switched, and then just whatever team has more time at the end, wins. What I don't want to see is, on this particular map, is too many rotations where they're just running around and constantly rotating which strongholds they hold, because I just don't think that's going to be the correct strategy on this map.
I gotta say, to start, it is really nice out from Gravity to really focus on, they went trench, they got the stronghold, and then they pushed out, but we are going to see a single cap by Domtree, and he will get pushed by two people, and doesn't really have his team really there backing him up right now. But they are coming in now.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over to Domtree as well and see how he's gonna handle this push. And it looks like he's doing a good job. He's already picked up a double kill. He's probably gonna pick up this last slay here, and he's gonna live.
He's gonna be fall,
but he's gonna fall off the map. So this is a good opportunity. 3 people dead for Gravity right now. This is a really good opportunity for Mythical Magnums to get another base and start putting some points on this game.
The whole team for Gravity just spawned and took trench.
Yeah, so a really fortunate spawn for them, but Mythical Magnums is going to push over to that other base, and they are going to be able to pick it up, and they're also going to get possibly 3 dead again here. No, just 2 dead for now, but that's still really good for them. But and it looks like they are moving around really well as a team, so far I think Mythical Magnums is playing this pretty well, considering the fortune that's been going Gravity's way so far this game.
20-point run.
Goddess doing a great job at staying alive at trench to secure it. Definitely wanted to see she's going to find another player. Looks like she is trying to push that cove and kind of ignored that one player, but didn't really work out too well for her, and she's going to be taken out.
Yeah, and Domtree is going to go for another one of these single caps, while his team gets the other cap, so maybe pushing for a trip cap here, but it looks like Mythical Magnums is most likely going to shut that down. But Domtree doing a phenomenal job staying alive and fending off that push from Mythical Magnums, and it looks like they're going to be able to pick up this third base as well. So that is going to be a momentary triple cap for Gravity here. So good place from Gravity.
Very nice play. That trip cap was not very quick. They only had it for a couple seconds. But, ooh, a nice flank from Dom. He will be taken out, but definitely something. With 2 people there, they should have watched each other's backs for Mythical Magnums.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things I'm seeing Mythical Magnums doing on this map is kind of just grabbing a base, running to the next base that they don't have control of. I would almost like to see them start just going back to the base that's getting capped and pushing back to that base Because it seems like every time that they try to go to the base that they don't have, they're just met by the spawners there. But huge snipes out of Dom Tree right here off stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on him. Definitely back and forth on this. Definitely more rotation. Something different from what we've seen versus the last series is that a lot more rotations, a lot more back and forth. You're definitely seeing the full force of each team's slaying power with the stronghold, and another trip cap, but it will not be held on for too long.
Yeah, and you're going to see Dom Tree, you know, Dom Tree is constantly going for these really good flanks and getting behind the enemy team. So I'd like to see Mythical Magnums like start watching for that, because it happens almost every single time. So Dom Tree just doing a really good job with these slays and making it very hard for Mythical Magnums to play the objective.
One good thing about this map that I'm kind of seeing from Dom Tree and a couple of other players is they're really making use of all the different variety of jumps going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that is going to be a good stop. It looks like Dom Tree was not quite able to make that stop over at that stronghold, and Mythical Magnums is gonna have two bases for a second here.
Definitely going huge triple kill from Goddess. Can she get the over against the overshield person? No.
That would have been unbelievable if she would have been able to do that. But yeah, big play from Goddess there, and she's going to try to single cap this next base too. But again, a big flank from Dom Tree, stopping that push from Mythical Magnums. So he's just putting in work in this series so far.
Halfway to victory.
Hostiles capture the trench.
Definitely we have Gravity, first one hitting that half kill mark or half point mark. Definitely want to see if they're able to hold on to this lead, or if Mythical Magnum's gonna come back, get momentum, start watching those flanks, getting behind them, getting a couple big plays to kind of come back in the series.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go on board with Nacho Macho for a little bit here, just to see what he's gonna do to help his team. And it looks like Mythical Magnums does have all four up right now, and they're making a really good push over towards this trench area as a team. Looks like Nacho Macho is just gonna.
He is going to try to stop this cove. There are going to be two Gravity members over there. Dab is trying to fight out, but he will be taken out, unfortunately. Huge play by Stick Shenanigans.
Yeah, big play from Six Shenanigans there to make sure that they get that cove spot.
Oh, that stick was amazing.
Yeah, but you're going to see a nice little flank from, I think that was Dab, for Mythical Magnums. But Mythical Magnums needs to start doing something. They need to start worrying a little bit more about slays. But that is 3 dead right now momentarily for Gravity, so this is a good opportunity for Mythical Magnums to pick up a base real quick and then start rotating back. They've got to know by now that these spawns are going to be coming from in between Cove and Trench, so I would like to see them push back towards that direction and pick up the stronghold over there. But Gravity is going to get 3 dead momentarily for Mythical Magnums, and they're just doing a really good job.
Another trip hold for Gravity. I have not seen Mythical Magnums kind of push together and hold a trip cap yet. Even though they're not holding it for too long, Killing Frenzy for Six Shenanigans. He is definitely having a great game this game.
Yeah, for sure. I think what I want to be seeing out of Mythical Magnums right now is just I don't think that if there's one person still alive, they've gone 3 dead or 2 dead a couple of times, and then those remaining 2 instantly just try to push for a base just to try to get something done. And I don't really think they need to do that. I would rather just see them kind of stay alive, wait around and wait for their team to spawn, and then make a coordinated push as a team instead of trying to get those scrappy single casts and just those double casts with the last 2 people alive, because like you're literally telling the other team where your last person alive or your last 2 people alive are, which is a huge disadvantage. So I would like to see them kind of stay out of a stronghold and just wait for their team to come back.
We are seeing some life come out from Mythical Magnums, but Dab is going to fall off the map. Definitely this map being a little different. Both teams do not know exactly how to position themselves to not fall off or die. I've seen at least 3 or 4 people fall off and die in this map, and that just has a huge momentum change for either team, just for losing that player being down.
Beam in 10.
But a big play from Nacho Macho there to kill that guy while he was still in the stronghold, and Nacho's got a pretty good position right now to put some damage on a number of players. So Nacho doing a really good job right now, just laying down damage from across the map, making sure his team picks up these kills.
Huge backsmack by Dom, just putting pressure on. I don't necessarily agree with Dab trying to leave that trench base and put shots on people. He should have fought Dom, or at least maintained trench control.
Yeah, for sure. And it's getting to the point. It's getting to that point in the game, especially after this trip cap from Gravity, where it's probably not gonna be in Mythical Magnums cards to pull out a W from this game. But it looked like they started coming together a little bit better towards the end of the game, so hopefully they can use that going into the next game. But Gravity's looking really good right now to take this series.
And we are now up 2-1 for Gravity.
Yeah, and again, you're seeing some pretty heavy slaying coming out of
both Six
coming out of Gravity.
Shenanigans and Domtree, as well as not just slaying. You're also seeing the assists as well. We have 15 assists for Domtree, 15 assists for Walrus. Combined, their team is getting 40 assists, where you're not seeing like those same numbers on the other side. You're seeing barely 30 around 30 for Mythical Magnums.
Yep. Yeah, and you're seeing just a lot of good objective work coming out of Bamadude in that game as well for Gravity. So they just played that phenomenally once again in this series. So Mythical Magnums is probably feeling a little down right now. So they kind of just need to go into this next game, make sure they're being this refuge slayer. They need to be pushing forward, being aggressive, taking advantage of the spawns, slaying out on one side, turning around, looking at the spawns on the other side, slaying there, and maintaining the sniper control and the rockets, shotgun, those kinds of things on this next map. So I'm hoping that Mythical Magnums, for their sake, is thinking about this next map already and thinking about what they're going to do to keep their momentum going, or develop a little bit of momentum and make this and take this to a game 5.
I would like to see a game 5 as well. I'd like to see Mythical Magnums kind of get back up, just say, okay, we took the first Slayer match from them. We can definitely take a second Slayer match. No problem. So we have to work on some objectives. We can kind of pull it through. Just shrug off these last 2 games. Things happen. Things don't always go your way. And just kind of focus and prepare for this game, because they definitely have the slaying power. We saw that in the Plaza Slayer for the first match. I'd like to see them have that same intensity this Refuge Slayer.
Yeah, for sure. But it is kind of a tall order, because Gravity's been doing such a phenomenal job every game slaying. Yeah, they did lose that Slayer game, but their slays have been a lot higher than Mythical Magnums in the 2 objective games. So maybe it kind of looks like in those objective games they found their slaying rhythm. So we'll have to just see how Mythical Magnums is going to react to it.
Definitely now with this Sandstorm, I'd like to see how this would affect each team kind of sniping. Because, visibility on this map is very huge. It's a big open map. It allows a lot of flexibility for each team to get around. But with this Sandstorm, are we going to see some choke snipes?
Yeah, you know, but Mythical Magnums is doing a phenomenal job right now of controlling this ring area and making sure they're not pushing forward too far. They know Bamadude's still in the back of the base sniping. Church is still in their base sniping. So really solid setup coming out of Mythical Magnums right now, which is giving them the lead at the moment.
Huge sniping going on from Church right now. Definitely a lot slower than I originally thought this was opening going to be. Thought more fighting and ring control, but that's okay. I am definitely enjoying this sniping from Church.
Yeah, for sure. But you do notice Gravity is starting to take control of this ring area. So Mythical Magnums needs to recognize that, and they need to start setting up to take back control of this ring area. And it looks like Nacho is going to get meta at his base, though. But I didn't see who it was, but that guy is going to be Rox. He's got to know he's still there. So this will be a really big kill out of Nacho to clean this guy up back here. But he's going to get sniped by Bamadude. A huge no-scope from Bamadude there. So I kind of want to go over to Bamadude for a second just to see what he's doing with the sniper. Except he just ran out of ammo.
Yeah, he just ran out of ammo, but he will get behind Church with a nice flank to take it out, just to give his team a lead, which is our first team lead change of the game.
Yeah, and they're gonna get pick up rockets, and they're gonna have ring control now, and Bamadude's on a killing spree here as well. So Gravity is now playing this map really, really well. They have ring control, they have rockets. Now all they need to do is set up around ring, and now it's Mythical Magnum's turn to push into this ring and get control of that back. And Bamadude getting a little aggressive there might make that a little bit easier. That did open up a hole for Mythical Magnums to push into this ring again and take ring control again after getting those couple of kills.
We just saw an overkill from Church. This is what we want to see. Church keeping Mythical Magnums alive in this game. Definitely going, taking on the whole team, saying, "Bring it on, Gravity. I will take all of you on myself."
Yeah, and it's going to give them the lead back. They're going to get control of ring back as well. So huge play from Church to keep Mythical Magnums in this game, and they're going to go up by 3 as well. But Church needs to realize the sniper just spawned, and he needs to start pushing over here to keep the sniper from doing anything. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So he's probably going to clean this guy up here, so good kill from him. He needs to drop and make sure that he's not spotted. So yeah, Church is playing this little push over into their base pretty well so far.
Switching on board to Canadian Walrus. Has been a little rusty this series. Definitely want to see him branch out. We are seeing a little bit of a score increase for Mythical Magnums. Would like to see this either stay or have Gravity bring it back.
Yeah, for sure. But you do see Sniper is in the hands of Epic Dab on Mythical Magnums. It's just a great person to have the sniper in their hands. And it looks like Mythical Magnums actually might have 2 snipers at the moment.
Yep, both Nacho and Dab.
Yeah, so that's big. Having 2 snipers on this map, and Goddess just picked up rockets bottom mid as well. So this is a huge opportunity for them to take an enormous lead, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to go up by 10 kills now, and all they have to do is sit in ring right now and play this ring, and they're gonna come out on top on this game 100%. So really, really good plays coming out of Mythical Magnums to possibly take this game to or series to a game 5, and I'm super excited.
We are going to see Dab getting ring control. Definitely what Mythical Magnums wants to do, kind of control that. I will switch over to Church, who does have the snipe, but he is out. Switch over to Nacho, but I think he is out as well. Oh no, he still has some.
Yeah, I'll switch over to Nacho as well. I definitely want to see what remainder of the sniper, if he's got any. Yeah, it looks like he has 4 bullets left. 1 clip left with this sniper, so let's see what he's gonna do.
Kind of confused why he's not keeping that sniper out and he's switching to that battle rifle.
He's saving it for the perfect times. Like this is low key the smartest play I've ever seen in my entire life.
I like the play. He's not using that. He's taking advantage of having a battle rifle. He unfortunately will be taken out.
Yeah, but he's going to put some damage onto the enemy team before he gets taken out, and he should fall out. Goddess should be heading to pick up that sniper, or one of his teammates should be heading to pick it up. Maybe he's just gonna go grab it. Yeah, I think he's just gonna go pick his sniper up again. So yeah, no harm, no foul there. But they do need to take care of this guy in the rocks, and they do that. So right now, Mythical Magnums is just doing a really good job of controlling this map, and it's making it incredibly hard for Gravity to do anything.
Definitely those snipers played a big factor in all this. Definitely Mythical Magnum's doing a great job controlling the power weapons, controlling rockets, and that did push out. They're all pushing together. They're kind of all at rocks, which did open up some kills, but you know what? They don't care. They still have some kills to give.
But they do need to be a little more careful because this could turn around. I've seen crazier things happen, so I don't want them to get overconfident. Like, I want them to stay aggressive still, but they do have a really solid lead right now, and they don't need to work out too much. But
even if they go kill for kill, trade for trade, they'll still come out on top.
Yeah, that's all they need to do. They just need to play smart Halo and make sure that they maintain this lead.
Definitely like to see Gravity slow it down, get map control, get that ring control again, and make smarter pushes, smarter plays to kind of control the pace of this game.
Ooh, but a good snipe from Six Shenanigans to take down Nacho from pushing into that ring position. Six Shenanigans is making some really solid plays right now. I just think it's going to be
a little bit too. Yep, I was about to say the same thing. Going on with Church, who has the sniper, looking to put this game in the books. Can he get this headshot to win it?
Yeah, there's a fight ring going on, and Goddess is gonna come out on top and get that melee for the win. So, man, this is a series for sure.
This is a game 5.
Yep. So it looks like game 5 is gonna be decided on Rig King of the Hill. And let's keep in mind that King of the Hill is a very strong game type for Mythical Magnums. So this could be a chance for Mythical Magnums to come back and take this game 5. But we have seen the objective play coming out of Gravity being very strong this series. So honestly, it's anybody's game at this point. Like, I'm super excited to see how this last
this could be anybody
match goes. Yeah.
Definitely looking at the stats here, we do have a good showing for Goddess. Definitely Goddess showing up, showing why she is team captain, stepping it up and leading Mythical Magnums 16 and 11, with Church definitely following suit with 15 and 7.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I was saying. Goddess needs to collect her thoughts and get back into this series and get back to how she normally plays. And she played at the level she normally plays at that game. She's a great Halo player, and I'm really happy that she kind of collected her thoughts and played really well that game, because that's exactly what Mythical Magnums needs to make this a series. And and I'm excited for Mythical Magnums being their coach, but also I'm excited that they got back into this and made it a game 5, because I love game 5s.
I think either team, this or a great series of matches back and forth. I couldn't ask for any better Halo at this moment. We've seen some heartbreaks in here. We've seen some major plays, some overshield, some backsmack, some triple kills, an overkill even. So anything can happen. This is Halo.
And we are going to be loading up into this final game of this series. It's all going to be decided here on Rig King of the Hill. Just to go over just the basics of King of the Hill, the hill, so you can follow along a little better for those of you in the stream. The hill is going to change every minute, so you'll want to look at the teams to see how they're going to rotate whenever the hill changes. The other thing that we like to look for as the casters for each team is a good setup around the hill. Not having too many people sitting down in the hill. Like, generally, you want to keep it to one person in the hill. If they go down, you rotate another person in. But you want to have that set up around the hill, ideally. So definitely looking to see that. And they're not even going to get challenged camo. It looks like there's 2 players just sitting back on... Church isn't moving right now.
I
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure. Oh, they lost the player.
Victory.
Oh.
It seemed that not Nacho, Dab lagged out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. So yeah, so we'll have to restart that game. But I was wondering why no one was playing from Mythical Magnums. I was like, what is going on? You're just gonna let him have camo for free? I mean, I guess if that's your strat, like, go for it. Yeah, but really good kills coming out of Gravity that game. You know, 1 kill coming out of Bamadude, 1 assist. Just phenomenal plays coming out of Bamadude that game.
Bamadude right there. He's trying to get all the kills, all the score. Definitely taking advantage of everything.
Just an absolute monster. Yeah, like, my blood pressure is so high right now just waiting for this next game to start.
I know, mine too. I was really excited to get that kicked off, and Dab just lagged out. Things.
Yeah,
Why delay? Why delay such something so beautiful?
No, this is all part of the strategy, Reaper. This is all part of the strategy. Like, they're just getting into the head. Mythical Magnums is just getting into the head of Gravity. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna fake Dab, have Dab fake a lag out, you know, just to
reset themselves, get things going.
Reset themselves, you know, maybe go to the bathroom real quick. It's all a head game with Halo. So good strategy coming out of Mythical Magnums.
Unless this is kind of like the football where they kind of ice the kicker, and now they kind of ice themselves with their momentum. So definitely, this could be anyone's game. We've seen great objective play out of Gravity. We've seen great slaying potential out of Mythical Magnums. I hope this is just the combination of just both, and just both teams going at it, neck for neck, blood for blood.
I will be very disappointed if one team just completely destroys the other team in this game. I really want this game to be a hard-fought game all the way until the end. And to where, you know, like, I'm biting my nails off at the end of this game. That's what I ultimately want to see.
We are going to see the camo pickup, but it is going to be burned by Dom. I definitely want to see what Sick Shenanigans has going. He did not see that player right there, but he will have the scatter shot to keep it alive.
Yeah, that's a huge turnaround reversal from Sick Shenanigans there. And now he's going to have this nice little position. If anyone comes down the stairs, they're just going to get met with the scatter shot. So Mythical Magnums has to be paying attention to that to make sure that doesn't happen.
Huge double.
Yeah, big double, but Goddess is going to get into the hill and start getting a little bit of time. She's going to clean up that kill there. And she's going to start a setup on this hill. And I think that Mythical Magnums is going to be able to control this hill for the rest of the time.
Definitely like to see the rotation and not fighting it from Gravity. They will get lucky on the next hill rotation, and we'll get some points. But Nacho is going to have the high ground to kind of flank around. But he is unfortunately going to be taken out.
Yeah, and Sick Shenanigan with another double kill. So Sick Shenanigan having a really good game right now, keeping Mythical Magnums from pushing into the hill, and what it should be really easy for him.
They have the positioning, but no one was in the hill. I don't know if there was some miscommunication right there or what, or if they were prioritizing the slays over the hill right there. But no one, even though we have all of Gravity around there, no one's getting in the hill. Finally, someone gets in there. But
you see them leaving the hill quite often, and I'm not really sure why they're doing it. Goddess is just going to get in there, collect a little bit of time for free real quick, and then leave a couple guys weak down there so Dab can clean them up, hopefully.
And now it's already rotating, so there's really no point in sticking around in that area.
Nope, and they should be able to get the early control of this next hill here. But Canadian Walrus is going to shut that hill control down, and he's going to give... he's going to make it really easy for Gravity to start getting a good setup around this hill. So right now, Gravity is doing a really good job of setting up. But a good little flank from Goddess there.
But she will be taken out, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, because she could have gone in there and really caused some or wreak some havoc down there with that scatter shot. So unfortunate for Mythical Magnums there, but it looks like they should be able to grab some control of this hill.
Huge triple kill from an epic dab. And we are going to see, no, almost an overkill. But again, both teams have to start rotating because it will be switched over right now.
Yeah, I think they're assuming it's going to go towards nest, and wow, I'm not really sure how. That
Nice prediction for it.
Forgot, but yeah, but they are going to have that initial setup on that hill. Now, Goddess actually got a nice spawn to be able to come over here and stop these people pushing across on bridge. So that was a fortunate spawn for Goddess after being taken out, and now they're going to hold this nest setup, which I know Mythical Magnums really likes holding this nest setup. It's one of the ones that they do a pretty good job at holding. So I imagine they're going to get a decent amount of points from this. And they have a really strong setup over there at Nest right now with their positioning.
They are definitely going to hold down this nest setup. Church with that sniper was doing some mad work. Even though we see the push coming from Gravity, it's not going to be enough time. They need to start already rotating.
Yeah, and Goddess see, like off stream, Goddess is moving around the map right now, just getting ready for another hill change. It's unfortunately not going to go where she predicted it, but she was making the right play call there by starting to think about that next hill, and she's going to pick up a double kill and get early control of this hill for Mythical Magnums.
Definitely like to see Gravity prioritize this hill a little bit better. We've seen multiple times people just leave the hill thinking, hey, the other teammate is going to stay in there, and that's just not the case.
Yeah, and Church with the double kill off stream there. I'm gonna actually move over to Canadian Walrus and see what he's gonna do. It looks like he's putting some damage down on over at Engine 2, but he is gonna get taken out, and you know, like, Mythical Magnums just picked up a really insane amount of time from this hill. So they took a huge lead from this hill, and they're getting the slays that they need to right now. They're just doing everything right now as far as this game type goes.
Yet Gravity is still prioritizing these hills, even though there's no benefit for them getting only 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, and now look at where the hill's at now. Like, this is Mythical Magnum's favorite hill to hold. It's normally the one that they hold the easiest, and they've got a pretty significant lead right now. Ooh, but a big play from I'm not sure.
I would like one of the anchors, whether Sick or Dom, just kind of step it up, say, I know we're going to lose a little bit of slaying power, but we need to get points in this hill, or just one bad hill, and it's going to be game for them.
Yep. Yeah, you know, and they took way too long to get into that hill and do anything with that hill, so they're not going to get a lot of time off of that, and Gravity's, or Mythical Magnums, is still going to hold a pretty significant lead going into this next hill location. But Sick Shenanigans does have the tools right now. But he's going to go down with Scatter Shot at Yellow Corner. That's a huge play for Mythical Magnums to make sure that Sick Shenanigan doesn't have that scatter anymore going into this next hill location. So I'm going to jump over to an Epic Dab because we haven't been following him too much this game so far. So I want to see how what he's going to be doing to hold this hill. And a nice little boost backwards, gets the beat down and gets the help from his teammate to clean that person out of this hill location. And as soon as he goes down, Goddess is going to rotate right in to make sure that they're continuing to rack up points.
Definitely going to switch over to Sick Shenanigans just to see what he's able to do. He just kind of walked past somebody and just took a back smack, and Goddess is going to pick up a nice double kill to kind of secure this away. So again,
that is three dead for Mythical Magnums at the moment, but you know, the hill's about to change and Mythical Magnums is on the outside of the map. They've got good positioning to go and start taking this nest. Let's see what Sick is probably going to pick up this kill here, but he's going to go down as well. So neither team's going to be getting any points right now. And just
they definitely need to stop every couple points that they get.
Yeah, at this point, all Mythical Magnums really needs to do is just keep jumping it, slaying out the person in the hill, jumping into the hill, getting some points, and they're going to come out on top in this game.
even if they give up this whole hill time just for Gravity, all they have to do is get a nice rotation on the next hill, slay out Gravity, and that should put the game away.
Yep, exactly. They only need to get like one round of slays to do anything in this next hill, and Goddess is going to go in and pick up a little bit of time in this hill. I definitely think she's aware that the hill is about to change, I was going to say, if they get the basement hill, they're in a really prime position to take that and win this game, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They only need 2 more seconds.
They definitely, from Gravity, need to start holding down these hills.
A really nice push from Gravity, but Goddess is going to fall off the map. So I want to see, I'm going to go on board with Bamadoo to see what he's going to do for his team to try to keep them into this game and maybe have a super miraculous King of the Hill comeback.
All it just takes is the next hill. All Mythical Magnums has to do is just jump in. Gravity has to play some perfect Halo right now and defend this hill.
And I think this is going to be game.
And that's going to be game.
Here. Wow, what a freaking series! Like, like, holy. Oh, that was a good series. That was a really good series. That's all I can say. Hard fought from both teams.
That was amazing. Definitely on both sides. Goddess putting in the objective work and the slays. Kind of Mythical Magnums just came together, and yet again Gravity has fallen short. They have not been able to close out the third game just to take it over. This, I believe, is another week where we had 2 wins and we just couldn't close it out with the third, and we just kind of lost it at the end. So definitely need to go back and practice. Congratulations to Mythical Magnums. Good job on your win this week. You are now, I believe, what, 3-2?
Yes, we are 3-2 now.
To take the lead in this squad v squad, so congratulations there. And unfortunately, Gravity is going to drop to 1-4 for the series season as well. So hopefully,
yeah, and it's crazy because, like you said, like Gravity gets so close, and then it just gets yanked away from them. But they're right there. Like they are a potential late season bloomer where they could easily take every other series for the rest of the squad v squad season. They're a really good team. They have great players. They have good fire players. They have good anchor players, good ghosts. Like Gravity's a good team, so I could see them making a comeback. I mean, you got to remember too, Mythical Magnum started 0-2, and now they're 3-2. So just hitting on the key things in practices is what's gonna make Gravity come back and stand out.
Definitely agree with this. But go back and celebrate with your team. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much for hosting with me, Savvy Bead.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
We'll tune in next week when we're going to have another exciting week of Squad v Squad seasons. Thank you all for watching.